But people, like, for example, you did that troll on Pornhub. I think it was an April Fool's joke, and people were genuinely mad, right? Just to give some background, Belle was like, I'm finally making a Pornhub account, and she uploaded videos of her, like, petting my pussy, and it was her with a cat, but she did, like, 20 of those.
But they were all really funny, I thought.
I mean, you put the effort in. It wasn't like a cheap gag. You definitely put the work in for that one. But some of your fans were seriously angry. Did that surprise you?
No.
Did it? Wow, okay.
Of course not. Of course not. I knew I was going to get that response. Again, I had the same feeling. I was like, oh, should I do this?
That's so funny. I would never think that people would be so genuinely mad. Actually, that might be the first time I heard about you. Is because
I think maybe that was the first time.
I was like, these guys. Yeah, I think maybe that was the first time. And I was like, I think that's the first time we talked about you on the show.
I think that's the first time I heard the word simp.
Oh, interesting.
I think that was my introduction.
Yeah. And I was just so blown away by how genuinely pissed people were. And I think I was more interested in that than anything. Yeah. Do you get like hate mail and shit where they're like, you fuck, I was going to beat off this day. I had my lotion and my tissue and now.
See, what I've noticed is I've really noticed a difference in hate, right? There's a certain type of hate I get from girls, and there's a certain type of hate I get from guys. The hate I get from guys is so plateau. It's so all the same. It's just like, you know, you don't show this, you don't do this. It's just baseline insults.
Sounds like
you're
incel
ugly.
range. Yeah.
You know, it's just like you're ugly, blah blah blah. But with girls, right? They are so strategic. They will pinpoint the exact things that they can analyze from photos what I'm insecure about, and they will blow it up, right? And they will, you know, guys just say like, oh, you're ugly. Girls, they will be like, the proportion of this is wrong. Look at it, zoomed up, multiple photos lined up, and it's like, it's crazy. It's so different.
Oh my God.
They're really going for it. They know that baseline.
Yeah. They are not nice about it. They go right where it hurts.
Oh my God.
And so the baseline, the girls know how to get you. The dudes are like, I want to beat off and I'm angry because I can't. Yeah. But the girls are like, I'm going to fuck this girl's whole life up.
I think the girls know what kind of things would hurt them. So they...
Right.
You know, they know exactly the strings to pull to make you feel a certain way. They know.
It sounds like most of the hate doesn't bother you, but some of the hate does.
Yeah, I mean, I've had I've had some really, really harsh levels of hate. Like, I mean, this is quite personal, but when I was dating my ex-boyfriend, I broke up with him. It was completely, you know, mutual or whatever. Maybe it wasn't that mutual, but it was still, you know, a breakup's difficult. It's very difficult. Yes. And the girls, they caught onto this, right? They knew that a breakup had happened. And basically what happened was my ex-boyfriend slept with our mutual friend, and the girls found out about this, and then they started putting side-by-side photos of my friend and me, because you know, my ex had slept with.
How could they figure all that
out?
So,
like, to compare the two of you?
They find out everything. They found out everything. It's crazy, but so they started like comparing our facial features to each other, and all this stuff, and it obviously it hurt.
That's
hurt at the
pretty
time.
psycho.
Yeah, it was next level.
That is next level. Jeez,
wow.
Man. And like, this is like that's like a dark part of the internet. I wouldn't even know where to find something like that. It's on forums and stuff.
I mean, there's been so many different levels of uncomfortable and scary factors of doing this job that I just wouldn't have expected from the beginning, like my address being doxxed and people coming to my house,
true.
And then this girl, so unfortunate, she was like an e-girl, and she got killed basically, and it was everywhere on the internet because she was an e-girl, right? And then I was interested in this story because obviously she's, similar. I related to her or whatever, but by what she was interested in. And I was looking at the comments, and there was a comment, and it had 1,000 likes on it saying Belle Delphine should be next.
What?
And I was just
wow.
Yeah, that
it's just, I mean, hate doesn't bother me at all. You can say anything, right? But there's some level of comments like saying, I saw one recently, and they go so intense. It's like, I would like to see Belle Delphine's severed head on Best Gore. And it's just,
why?
It feels just icky, It feels icky because I have had people come to my house, and it just feels icky.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Do you have I mean, do you have some extra level of security for your?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
That was my first priority.
Yeah. But you're so right. Those are the things you are not even aware of when you go into this kind of job, if you can call it a job. When you start it, you don't even really know if it's a job. It just, things kind of just go. But it's wild. You have to become like an expert on security and PR, and I don't know. It's just you're your own team too. Like, we don't have handlers and
there's a lot to learn more than just making the content.
Yeah.
Why do you ever think about, like, why do these people hate me so much? I mean, it's just like, what am I, like, why? I know you're, like, provocative and stuff, but these people are talking about killing you. I mean, it's like, what? I don't know. It just seems so obscene, so unfair, so ridiculous.
I guess thing is, I can kind of understand, because there's this whole, I mean, there's subcultures of everything, right, on the internet. There's subcultures of people who like gore and they watch all this stuff. And I suppose if a hot girl or whatever on the internet, e-girl, dies, and there's can you? It's just like such a big story. I mean, wouldn't it be? If I died or something, can you imagine the amount of people that would comment on it, make tweets about it, talk about it? It'd be because people on the internet feel relatable, right? And you can kind of, it's different to TV and mainstream media. It kind of feels like more like a girl next door type of thing. So if I died, it's just the drama and the gossip or whatever from that would be interesting. It'd be interesting to just view. And I suppose for the people who like things like gore, I mean, would be great for them, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think it's also just, there's also the other side to it. It's just the more success that you get for people who don't have that success and they're just at home and they don't see how to get out of their situation. They're like, all she does is this, and she's so successful, and it's like it becomes into hate. It's from their bitterness. And
sometimes I get really mean comments, and it's like, I guess you kind of just have to just try to compartmentalize it, because they don't know you, right? They don't know who you are as a person, but it doesn't feel good, certainly. Any other hazards of your line of work that you didn't see coming?
Let me think about it.
I mean, you mentioned having a boyfriend. That I wonder, how is that, like,
dating
or dating in general?
What's interesting is I've got so many friends that kind of do what I do, and it hasn't impacted their relationship at all. I feel like so many girls have an OnlyFans nowadays, right?
That's true.
And it just, maybe I'm in this certain world and I'm in this bubble and I'm not quite seeing the bigger picture of normal relationships or something. But within my whole world, it doesn't impact the relationship at all.
Good.
So I really haven't seen it. It just feels so normal. Once you're in this world, oh my God, it's just like being an accountant or whatever, and you're just speaking about accountancy. It's so just like normal.
What do you think? There's like this whole movement. Like, I saw this one conservative guy tweet out the other day. He says, sex work isn't real work. Do you feel like what is this movement about of people trying to delegitimize your kind of your business? Do you think of it as a business? Do you disagree with that statement?
I mean, technically, what I do is a business because I've got a whole business structure set up and all this, rubbish. But I definitely don't feel like I'm a professional person. I've never been a professional type of person. What I do is it's more. I mean, it's just like on the creative field. It's nothing. What I do is very professional, and maybe that's how these people view jobs. You have to be very like, this is my job. I'm in a suit and tie. I'm very adult or whatever, and I can understand from their perspective where they're coming from, because you just got to understand. If I look from their perspective, right, I see girl taking photos in her own room. Like, that's not a job. Like, what is that? I can understand from their perspective, but I think there's so many different levels where it really does become a job.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
For sure. I think, I mean, I don't even really like to think that people have to argue on this. It just seems so pointless.
Well, yeah, they're trying to demean your work and being like, I think it's the same bitterness that...
Yeah. To me, there isn't even a question. I mean, what is even the question?
Yeah, whatever. But you're less upset about it than us, so I guess there's no point to the conversation.